We were talking about the OBCs and how the OBCs are gravitating and staying on with the BJP and the NDA as per the News 18 mega exit polls. The News 18 poll hub has the one that's gone ahead and sampled our voters, about 95,000 of them across 518 Lok Sabha constituencies. Now the other aspect, the other M factor which has proved very, very critical for the BJP and the NDA is the mahila factor, the mahila vote. And is this an increasing percentage of women representation within the BJP and also the Labhartis and the kind of schemes, welfare schemes that have come on for the BJP from the government under Prime Minister Narendra Modi for women, that's making an impact? That's the big question. Here's what it is. 36%, the CSDS post-poll survey in 2019 said 36% of the women voted for the BJP and 39% of the men voted for the BJP. This is in 2019. Now, what does the News 18 mega exit poll say? The respondents polled, 47% of the women who we polled have said they preferred the BJP, and 48% of the men that we polled had said they preferred the BJP. So, if you were to take it as a benchmark, this is not the absolute number of women voters, it's the poll, News 18 mega, but there's a trend. The trend is upward. 11% jump in the women confidence in the NDA. How much of that is going to help the BJP and the NDA reap benefits on ground? Nalin Mehta on the new BJP, the book, you chronicled about the OBC, but also let's talk about the mahila first.
So, Anand, to put these numbers in context, historically, women in India always voted much less than men. That gap narrowed down. In 2019 was the first election in which more women voted than men in terms of turnout.
Yeah.
But also, when they were voting less, compared to the national parties, women always voted much more for Congress compared to BJP. That gap was 15-16%. Our exit poll is now showing 47%, 46%.
Correct.
In the 2019 election, in all the key battleground states, not only was the women turnout higher, but more women voted for BJP than Congress. Now, there are structural reasons for this.
Okay.
What we saw in the new BJP was 4 or 5 things. It's not just like with the OBCization of the BJP or the broad basing of the social base. With women as well, we've seen a similar thing on multiple levels. One level is of representation.
Okay.
So at the level of Lok Sabha MPs, for example, the BJP in 2019 for the first time fielded more candidates, more women candidates than the Congress.
Okay.
And
so
it
that's,
also
that's
got,
something chronicled
that's the
on your
number
book.
here. The BJP fielded 55 women candidates compared to the Congress, which had fielded 54. The BJP then didn't just field debate around progressive politics, Hindu nationalism and so on, but actually the numbers belie that. Because the Modi government has given more space to women ministers than previous governments. The numbers say that. That's number one. The second thing is, this becomes even more clearer when you look at the level of political parties. So I mapped the office bearers at the national level of all major parties, and we found that the BJP has the single highest number of percentage of women office bearers compared to everybody else. The BJP at 16.9%. The CPM is the second at 14.7%. The Trinamool Congress third at 13.4%. The Congress was at 8.5%, and that included Sonia Gandhi at the time when we did this tabulation. Now granted that this representation is way below the national number, but relative to other parties, it is by far the highest. Final point. It's not just representation, it is the politics of Labhartis.
Yeah.
If you look at this table here, if the camera can zoom in here, across the Modi government, because the Modi government created a new class of Labhartis through direct benefit transfers and multiple schemes. We've talked a lot about that, Zaka, through PM Awas, PM, the Swachh Bharat, and all of those. See, every government spends money on women's schemes. I'm not talking about the schemes through the women and child welfare ministry. Across generic schemes which are not through the women ministry, look at the women percentage of beneficiaries. PM Mudra Yojana, 43% are women. PM Awas, 66% houses were in the names of women alone or jointly with their husbands in a deeply patriarchal country. Same with Atal Pension Yojana, 56%. You name every scheme of generic scheme, which is a flagship scheme of this government, and around 50% roughly is the women's share of beneficiaries. That kind of puts numbers and a context to the expansion of the women mahila vote for Modi.
So it's amazing. I mean, if 2/3 of the 4 crore homes that have been built under PM Awas, 2/3 of them are in the name of the woman or jointly the man and the woman, I think that's a great empowering thing, and that explains why the women vote a large proportion. 11% jump is what you showed.
11%
right?
jump.
11%
39 to about 47, 48, 47. So a
And it's
9%.
religion agnostic.
Yeah,
It's caste agnostic.
Correct.
It's class agnostic.
That's the larger question.